Hey, what's up, YouTube world? I want to welcome you again to another episode here on RevStoration. Yeah, my name is David, but I go by Rev here on YouTube. I'm a full-time pastor, and in my fun time, hey, there's a few things I like to do. And one of them is, hey, I like working on my old Fords. Here I'm leaning up against this 1967 Ford Galaxy. It's got a 289 in it that we just did an top-end rebuild. Rebuilt the heads, rebuilt, and I haven't cranked it up in a long time. So hey, just as we start this video, let's see, you reckon you hear all those cars going by? Let's look in here. Of course, that interior really needs some assistance. There's the front shocks. The back shocks were bent, so I put new shocks on it. And I'm telling y'all what, those new shocks, this thing rides like you're sitting on grandma's couch. But I haven't cranked it up in a while. Hadn't cranked it up today, but let's see what she'll do. Give her a little gas. Probably gonna take it a little minute. Oh, she wants to. Listen at her. Listen to that rumble, y'all. Not much rumble. It's got a great exhaust. Got a great exhaust on this old car. Let's look at her here. Yep, she's running. All right, y'all, I'm gonna open the hood. All right, y'all, there she is. She's a quiet running old girl, but I'm really pleased. Really pleased in how this engine has I mean, it's just a good running engine. I mean, she's running like she should. Hey, I'm having a great time. But in today's episode, hey, we're gonna talk with you about a lot of things that's going on here. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more painting on Ole Puddin. I wanna finish up those doors. This will probably be part 2 of kind of badging the truck. We're gonna talk about RevStories, of course, a new channel that we have out. We actually changed an old channel, made it a new channel, so we're gonna talk about that. But hey, after this intro, we'll come back and we'll talk about a bunch of fun stuff. Hey y'all, I'm Rev. This is my daddy, also known as the old man. This is my wife, my prime rib, Nikki T. Here on our channel, we enjoy bringing life back to dead things, mostly old Fords. We have many crazy methods that are ours, and we use those crazy methods on rigs that are ours. If you enjoy our crazy shade tree, cussing free, God loving, dad joke telling, tires spinning content, then subscribe. It's free. But either way, welcome to RevStoration. All right, some have asked, Rev, will you show us what you're doing with the projector? How does the projector work to do what you're doing when it comes to badging these doors or lettering these doors? So I'm getting ready to finish the passenger side door, then I'll have to go over and completely do the driver's side door. So I want to kind of give you a little bit of a tutorial, if you will, about what I'm doing and how I'm using it on the doors. Now on the screen, you're probably not going to see much. This is just my computer. Of course, you see nothing on the computer, but on the projector, Nikki T's showing up. On the projector, you'll actually see what we're wanting to put on the bottom there. And I'll show you how this is working. I actually get it up on this screen. The way the projector works is it acts like there's another screen here. So if you look there, you barely can see the line where this screen starts, what is projecting actually on the truck. So here's just an Epson projector that I actually purchased for our church that I have and I use at the church for ministry, and I'm just using it to project on the door. You also say hey to Nikki T. You're killing me, Smalls. She's had to work a half a day today. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get this lined up. I'm using this line on the bottom here all the way across as a straight edge to kind of see where I've got it, and then I'm going to go in and draw. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of tape here on the end and a piece of tape at the end of the YouTube logo there, and then I'm going to see where I'm lining up here, because I want to line up I don't want to center the door. I want to center where I have the RevStoration Ole Puddin, where I have this logo already painted. I want this to be centered up in that on the door. So do I get a Nikki T approval?
Looks good to me.
Looks good to her. That's a good thing. All right, so because it's hard to kind of see with the lines and all how the lines are going all kind of crazy, I come over here to my projector and I mute it. When I mute it, I can sort of kind of get a better look here. I could actually measure from this part of the door to the edge here, from this part of the door to the edge here, get a measurement here and get a measurement there, and I can tell you if I'm lined up. So that's how I'm lining up the logo and lining up the part that's going to be on the bottom of the door. So that's what I'm doing. But as we're at this point, I want you to see, now some have said all I have done so far to the logo, I haven't sanded it, is I've just rubbed it. I've just taken rags and just rubbed it down, and it's getting these kind of dark edges. Those dark edges that you see on the logo, those are going to be sanded off. That's what's going to sand down. The red's not going to be nearly as bright, and it's going to age. But I want to get all the door painted before I begin to go through that process. And so now we got to get on to this. So when I unmute it, of course it comes back, and when it comes back I'll be able to see. So I'm going to go get a tape measure, start measuring off, making sure that I'm square, and then I'm going to draw it out, and then I'll put you probably then I'll probably put you on a time lapse, and you'll see me paint that. This is going to be smaller letters, so hopefully I'm not getting myself in trouble when I do this, but let's get it rolling. All right, y'all, I promise the hardest part of this whole process is drawing out, stenciling out your letters. Of course, if you probably can see, youtube.com//c/RevStoration. That's all in pencil. So I'm going to now get the paint and begin the process of doing what I did there to here. And this will finish this door. Here's a spider. Y'all see that? I wonder if he'll bite me. Doesn't look like it. All right, y'all, before I get too sweaty, I have to point out the shirt that I have, Dad Jokes, where the magic happens, and of course where the two circles are intersecting is Dad Jokes. So I got one for you. Hey, do y'all know why an octopus is such a good soldier? Because they're well armed. I'm gonna get to painting. All right, I'm not gonna quit my day job. I'm gonna paint.
The storm is coming, but I'm prepared. I'll be gone for a while, but don't be scared. Right now, I don't know if I'll ever arrive. Where the grass is green, we're still alive. I hope I'll see you on the other side.
Alright, y'all, there is phase one. Got to come in and kind of do my red like I did here on this, and then it'll all dry, and when it dries I'll come in and correct a few spots here, and but I think it looks all right. youtube.com/c/RevStoration. That is not bad. Hey, do y'all know what let's see, do y'all know what the best fish in the sea to be a librarian would be? Shark. I'm sorry. Once again, I'm sorry. All right, y'all, and remember, as you look at this, I want you to be reminded that this is meant to look rough, but get the point across as if it was hand painted, which it is. And we're gonna let it dry, and we're gonna sand it. So the edges, I'm not looking for perfect clean edges. I'm not giving excuses. I'm just saying this is intentional. If I wanted clean, perfect edges, I would have went and bought a reverse stencil. So if you're looking to do one that has clean paint, no patina, my advice to you would be, if you're not perfect at hand painting, would be to go get a stencil so that you can stencil it in. I did not want that look. I didn't want clean, perfect lines, because I know I'm going to put some sanding on this and I'm going to smooth all the edges down anyway. So here we are, youtube.com, RevStoration. Look at there, it's got the red, it's got all of that. So let's see, let's back up a little bit and sort of see what it looks like on the door. It's hard to see it all together with the light, but RevStoration, youtube.com, /RevStoration. It may be too small, but hey, I like it. I think that looks really, really good. So now I've got to get the door, but I've got a question for you. Here's the question. On our logo, it says RevStoration, of course, is our channel, and it's bringing life to dead things. Of course, dead, abandoned old automobiles, the idea, RevStoration or revival, either one. The word rev kind of gives the idea of bringing life, giving life to something. So I'm wondering if here on the door, or on the back here, it should say bringing life to dead things, just kind of right there, kind of in the idea, or maybe even in a different font of that. I may get done with this, and then I may get done with the doors on both sides, sand it down, get the patina, get the look that I want, and then look and see if I want to do something here. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if I should put bringing life to dead things, kind of in a script, probably not in the same exact font, probably in a script using this line here, bringing life to dead things, probably from there to there, just to see. So y'all let me know what you think about that. All right, y'all, when the sun's too bright, you got to do what you got to do. So if you look here, yep, computer's covered by the box that the floor pans came in. Don't want to get any of those electronics hot. And when the bright sun is so bright that you can't see what you're stenciling out, you've got to make yourself some shade. So boys, that's how we do it now. Now I don't know how long that's going to last, but at least I don't have to hold it. I can get my pencil and just go on to drawing real fast, hopefully before that tape runs out from its holding. And I still got a little bit of shade I need on the other side, but hey, I'll hold it at that point. But you see where I got to draw my letters out. Without it, it was so bright, it looked just like this. Couldn't even see it. If you ain't got the tool you need, use the tool you have.
A storm is coming, but I'm prepared. I'll be gone for a while, but don't be scared. Right now, I don't know if I'll ever arrive. Where the grass is green, we're still alive.
All right, y'all, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and later tonight, because it's hot as a dickens out here now, and finish the bottom of the door. That's the top. Now remember, it's not perfect. I'm going to actually go through and you know, rough this up and kind of blend it into the paint. So that's the idea, and it'll look like the other side. I'll bring you around to the other side, let you see it. I'm gonna blend it like this. So I actually look, and I need to put the red on the two sides of those and have that done. All right, y'all, the last little bit I've got to do RevStoration down here, and then I'll be able to go through and begin. That's actually just chalk, so I'm going to age this up after we get it done. But now I've got to paint this. When we get this painted, then we'll be able to start blending, at least today, on the other side. So I'm going to get to it, probably put you in time lapse, play some awesome music, and you'll be able to watch me do this in less than a minute. It'll take me a whole lot longer than that. right, y'all. Finish this side. Of course, I've got it all blocked up. The top is good and dry. The bottom still needs to dry. So I'm going to go over to the other side and age the other side, and we'll try to get to a finished project on the other side. I'll show you that in just a second. All right, y'all, as I'm ready to age this paint, you may remember, if you've been a part of the RevStoration crew for a long time, you probably remember there were times I was aging the bottom of this door that is painted black, basically from here down, that I went and got sand and dirt and rubbed it in it to kind of bring that patina out. And some people thought that was just made for TV. No, it's not. That heavier grit, which is sandpaper, is graded by grit. Grit is graded by the particles that is inside that gives you your abrasive surface. So I don't know what grit that would be, probably 1 or 2 or 3 when you're rubbing dirt on it, but it works, I promise you. If you ever get your hands greasy, get a little gasoline, a little bit of sand, a little bit of dirt, rub it in there and wash it off. Hey, you've got pumice, you've got grit, which comes in soap. So I'm going to start here and just start working this, kind of getting the edges down, getting it to the patina I want. Hopefully it rolls off and doesn't just come off like a sticker. I don't believe it will. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wet the door and then lightly start rubbing. See, all right, it's already aging out. Stop, some more. All right, here it comes. Some's gonna be aged more than others. That y'all's aging out really well. All right, now I'm gonna hit this with some wash. And I may come back to you when it dries and you'll see the look that I was going for. All right, y'all, let me bring you in. Probably hard to tell, but if you look, you know, it's aging out. If you see, looks like it hadn't been done in less than a week's time. Looks like it's been there a long time. Of course, YouTube in the 60s, that's kind of funny, but that's aged out too. And we'll blend some of this in just by getting some rubbing compound and put a little bit of rub on there. But of course, if you see, all of that is roughed up. That's the look I'm going for. We'll let it dry and I'll show it to you again. All right, y'all, I think it has dried enough. So here's the final project on this side. I'm letting the other side dry out a little bit more. And I may actually age a few lines on this as well. Probably on the bottom a little bit more than the top. I didn't want to wash it all out. I didn't want to make it disappear. I just wanted to make it look like it had been there more than just a few days. So I'll show you the final product. Here it is. It's probably hard to tell. Probably doesn't look too different. But if you get in close, you can see, like here, of course, we're letting some of these edges out. Some of the black is actually coming through. Some of the edges on the top have been smoothed out where they're not good and sharp edges. Some of the high spots remain, which is what you want to kind of show some strokes. Of course, same way there on Ole Puddin. And of course, down here, it still looks good from a distance, but if you get up close, you can see that it's aged out. Now remember, I'm going to smooth this out too a little bit more, but fairly close to the final product of what this is going to be. So I'm badging this truck out, and this is probably going to conclude this video, but I will say, when this video comes out, I should already have the first video. There's probably 100 and some odd videos on this channel, 2,000 or so subscribers, but it's going to be completely different content moving forward. We changed the name of the second channel from Rev Resale to RevStories, RevStories. I had to think about that. There'll be a link in the description down below. I'll probably pin a comment for that channel. There's going to be at least one Rev Story on there, and that'll be coming out at the same time this video will be coming out. So hey, when you get through watching this video, how about go over there to the second channel, give it a sub if you're interested. It's going to be content stories that is kind of a heavenly truth told in an earthly format, in a format that we may understand. So today I'll probably tell you about how I am a child of the King. So that'll be the first story that'll be on the channel on RevStories. So hey, we appreciate y'all watching. I don't know, what do you think? I hope this looks good. This is exactly what we were aiming for. So we got the truck badged out. Remember to tell me what you think about putting the kind of the slogan on the back, bringing life to dead things. I think I may do that. You let me know what you think. But as always, we know no way of closing out any of these videos than saying we love y'all, but also saying deuces, may God bless. Hey, we want to thank y'all again for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do so by clicking this button down below, or you can watch a video that may be suited for you or a recent upload here down below. So once again, we thank you for watching. Deuces, may God bless.